I'm going to invite you to find not gather closely. We are going to begin this service of celebration. We join with joyfulness. Marion Boyle, one of the daughters, we speak of share life with God as those and make as a person of love, hope, a friend of nature, a loving mother, for her communities. We are here to celebrate this person in hope and give thanks for life in us. We celebrate, as her daughter said, her wedding to the divine, for her spirit in the divine's care. And is not lost to us. Example, even now. During the service, members will speak about their memory, will share of reflection and song. Following the service, we invite to share refreshments and to continue to share about Mary's life and celebrate her memory. Now, as we begin, I invite you to center yourself. Practice the of attention to one's breath. So at this time, I'd like to invite you to share in a breath prayer. I invite you to close your eyes. You can place your hand on your heart or at your sides and just take some deep breaths with me. Breathing in and out. Focus in on our breath. We remember the divine, the giver of life. Focusing in on our breath. Breathing in and out. We remember our connection to each other and all of creation. Focusing in on our breath. In and out. We remember when we breathe our last, we only breathe anew, caught up with the divine's eternal breath. Breathe in and out. And as you breathe in, inhale, breathe into yourself the love, the last learnings you shared with Mary. And exhale gratitude. And out. And in time, sacred space, Creator, we thank you for the gift of life, joys of sharing, and we join with grateful.
Is always up for anything, living life to the fullest at all. Just a little current, you might all be familiar, there was my man would call and he'd say, "Where's Mary?" My sister would call for work, "Have you talked to Mary? Where is she?" This would happen regularly, multiple times a day sometimes. Now, half the time, admittedly, we just didn't listen to where she was going to be. Even it was documented in a paper list on Ireland paper form right there. We just didn't get to it in our minds. And we are also extremely infamous of blocking out her teaching skill, where we would call her, continue to get a hold of her during a class. And then after several, right now, is everything okay? So eventually she would turn up after wherever she was, her many community commitments, being with her friends, social activities, or just run into somebody and recap. She just had that way of, and we'd get an enthusiastic recap of how many people are in class, or the play we must see, or anybody that she happened to make a connection with without hesitation, which is such a lesson for us to getting to know people and how important it is to stay connected. She loved to keep a nice steady clip of a pace, that is for sure. Lit up for anything, so much so, Liam would always say, I swear, if somebody wanted to go to a shit-kicking contest, she'd say yes in 2 seconds. Sorry, everyone. We love that about her. We will miss that about her. Our mom was a savvy woman who happened to drop to take care of us and others, from the smallest of tasks to the largest, from dinner for Finn at the drop of a hat when things were so busy and she just wanted to get a nutritious meal for him, for repainting houses, sending us off to school, supporting us emotionally no matter what. She took care of us. From what was the best fit for our education, where she waited all night in a long line to get us into a new magnet school in this area focused on arts and academics, and on whatever adventure Gina cooked up and wanted her as her travel companion, which I'd hear highlighted much later. She constantly put our comfort in this experience that shaped us today. She took care of us. And when the times arose where we took care of her, especially these last few weeks, we hope and pray we did her proud. So now it's up to us to take care of her, take care of her by carrying out her memory and her spirit forward, encouraging everyone to stay connected, live life to the fullest, laugh, 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 and laugh more, and live and lead with love. Turning this over to you, baby sis.
Again, to reiterate what my sister said, we want to thank each of you from the depths of our hearts for joining us today to celebrate the life of our beloved mom, Mary. A few days ago, I was outside and felt a sweet, gentle breeze around me and the sun on my face. I smiled because somehow I knew my mom was there, and I felt her kisses. But my tears are not always sadness. I feel like my heart is breaking open. It makes me think of what Rumi said. The wound is where the light enters you. There is a wound now with the passing of our beloved mom, but this wound is where the light, her light, can now enter into our lives in new ways. She is pure love now, and I understand the more open my heart, the more open I can connect to her as love. Towards the end, she repeatedly reminded us that we will always be connected. We said this to each other often over the last few weeks. This became both a pact and a promise, and it was clear that this gave her a sense of peace in her final days. And as she gracefully transitioned to the next dimension, it definitely gave our family a sense of peace as well. As Einstein taught us, the law of conservation of energy states that energy can neither be created, and we have never been present. That we all carry as she lives on in all our hearts now. We know that each of you here today to honor the joys